in this video we will discuss and verify how we can create file and directories. Similarly, we will see how we can delete these file and directories in Linux. Definitely we need file and folder to create. Even in Windows we create file and folder to organize our stuff. And it is required for file and folder management. Similarly, sometimes we need to delete file and directories which is unwanted to free up some storage space. So we will see in Linux how we can create these file and directories and how we can delete them. The first command which we can use to create a folder is mkdir, make directories. Mkdir means make directory. Directory means folder in Linux. And how we can remove, so is rmdir, remove directory command we can use to remove. Keep in mind only empty directory, empty folder. If you want to delete empty directory and folder, you need to use rmdir. If there is inside something in the folder, so you cannot use this command. I will show you. If you want to create empty file, we can use a touch command. We can use this touch command to create file. Also, there are many other ways to create a file in Linux. Similarly, if you want to remove the file, we can use rm, which means remove, to delete file and directories. Those directories which is not empty. If it is empty, still you can use rm to delete, but mostly we use rm with a switch to delete those directory which is not empty, because we can use rmdir to remove and to delete empty directories. If there is inside, so then we cannot use this command. So these are the command which we will use in the lab. Mkdir to make directory, and if you want to create a directory, suppose in this way, more than one empty folder, we can use this method. And if you want in sequence folder, so we can use mkdir with 1 to 10 like this. Suppose it will create a folder in sequence. Similarly, if you say in the beginning it should be fd and then these number, so sequence and the folder will start from fd, then you can use this method. And if you want to make a parent folder, subfolder and child folder, so you can use a command like this to create a folder, then there is a subfolder, then there is a child folder, so you can use this method as well. And to remove directory, and touch to create empty file. To touch, if you want more than one empty file, so you can use this method. And if you want in sequence of to create a file, you can use this method. Again, similar like a folder, you can use, suppose if every file start from file and 1 to 4, so the file will start from file keyword and there will be in sequence 1 to 4. If you want to remove file and folder forcefully, so you can use a -f. And if you want to remove everything recursively forcefully, you can use -r and f. Recursive means especially if you want to remove the folder. As I say, empty folder can be deleted by rmdir, but if there is inside anything that cannot be deleted, you need to use rm with the switch r. Recursive means forcefully to delete a folder if it is something is inside. So let's go to our lab to do these. So let me open Kali Linux. Okay, so I already open a terminal, and let's move to desktop. It's better to go to desktop, and let me ls. If there is anything, only abc test something 2-3 folder are available there. The first thing, I want to use mkdir to create a empty folder. So what I say test. Suppose d1, suppose dir1. Now if I want to verify ls, so you can see there is dir1. I created directory 1, a folder, using mkdir. So I can use this method. If I need more, so I can use mkdir, and here I can type like this, and I can say 1 2 3 4 and suppose 5, and then close. So what does it mean? Make more than one empty folder. mkdir, you need to use this sequence and hit enter. And if I say ls-l, let's see. So you can see there is 1 2 3 4 5, and this one I create separately. So they create these folder with the number 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so you can use this method if you want, mkdir 1 2 3 4 5 by sequence number, so you can create in such way. Similarly, there is another way. Rather than to use this method, you can say, suppose I want start from a 5 and 2 dots, and then you say till 10. I need a folder from sequence from 5 to 10, rather than to type 1 2 3 4 5, because 1 to 5 already created. So I say create another 5 folder from 5 to 10 and hit enter. 5 is already available. Let me start from 6, because 1 to 5 we already created, and hit enter. 6 7 8 9 10 was they already created. This why is giving an error. Okay, so if I say ls-l, so you will find here 1 10 2 3 4 5 6 7 up to 10. So 1 to 5 I create by another method. I say like this: 1 2 3 4 5, create a folder 1 2 3 4 5. Then I say create a folder from 5 to 10, because 5 I already created, so it's give me a error. However, because it's created from 6 to 10, then when I type again the same command, is give me error again, because those folders were already there. So this is the way to create by sequence number. So you have two different methods, either to type 1 comma 2 3 4 5, whatever you want to type. Either if you need in sequence, so you can type 1 and 2 dots, and whatever the start point and the end point. So it will create those folder for you. Also, there is another way. Like suppose if you say the file by sequence number, however, let me type like 1 to 10, but I want the folder should start dir, suppose. Dir. So dir 1 is already there, by the way. It will give me an error, but it's okay. So I say create a folder. The beginning of every folder name has to be dir. So dir 1, dir 2, dir 3, 4, 5 up to 10, and hit enter. So they say file exists because dir 1 already there. So if I say ls-l, okay, and hit enter, so you can see dir 1, dir 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 10. So in this way, if you want anything at the startup of the file or folder, so you can use that method as well. So I say every folder name has to be start from dir. So dir 1, dir 2, 3, 4, and 10. So this is another way to create empty folder. Done. Now, if I want to create a folder with parent folder, subfolder, and child folder, so what I can do, I need to type -p switch. From where I get, I already told you, you can use a help command. Okay, and if you use help command, it will tell you here is -p parent. Okay, so what I can say, I say -p. Okay, now tell them the parent folder will be, suppose, parent pa, suppose parent folder. Then I need the subfolder, so I say sub the name, and then I say child folder, so I say child. Okay, this is just the name of the folder. So I say mkdir kindly create a folder for me. The first folder has to be PA. Inside that folder has to be sub with the name subfolder, and then inside this subfolder there will be child folder with the name child, and hit enter. And this way, if you say ls, so you will find where is there is PA. If you go to PA, there will be sub, and you see there is a subfolder. And if you go to cd and sub, so you will find here child. And if I say ls, so there is chill. I give them a chill. So let me go back, and I can do that by cd to go back to my directory, previous directory, and I can type to go back to directory, go back previous directory, go back previous directory, go back to previous directory, previous directory. So you can switch between previous and previous. Anyway, let's go back to desktop. Sorry, I need to go to by tilde. It's better go to my home directory. So now I'm in my home directory, and ls, let me go back to desktop, and let me go ls. Okay, so what I done, this was, so keep in mind, if I type that command back to explain you what I done, you can use mkdir with the p switch. P switch means option means that I want 3 folder to create. The first folder has to be PA. Inside that create another folder with sub. Then inside sub create a child, and so on. You get the idea? So this is the way to create 3 empty folder, 1 folder inside another folder inside another. And we call them parent folder, subfolder, and child folder. So you can use mkdir to create a folder such way as well. So let me clear the screen. The next thing is to remove the directory. So we have these directory, and these are empty. So I can type rmdir and type any empty directory abc. So it says it's not empty. So abc, there is inside something, it will not be deleted. So if I say ls, let's delete rmdir, dir10, it will be deleted, yes. And dir3, it will delete, sorry, 3. It's delete that one as well. If I say ls, look, it is deleted. And if I say dir2, so you will see it will delete dir2, dir5, dir7, dir9, and let me ls, you can see it's not anymore. rmdir, and I say dir4, yes, it's deleted. dir8 is deleted, and then there is test, it's deleted, and there is 10, it will delete that one as well. And let me clear the screen, and let's go to ls. You can see all of them are deleted. rm, and I can say dir, and I can say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and let's ls, and you can see it's deleted more than 1 folder on the same time as well, 1 to 9, which is not anymore. So now there is abc, dir1, dir6, pa, and these things are left. Okay, ls. Let me delete rm dir abc, no, not abc will not be deleted. dir1, it deleted, and dir6 is deleted. Okay, and dir, let me see what is left there. So rm dir zy d is also deleted, and finally we have 2 things left. If I try rmdir abc, it say failed to remove abc directory is not empty. What I say, theoretically I told you that rmdir, it can be used only if you have a empty directory. However, there is inside something in the abc, and similarly if I type to delete the pa directory, again the same error. Now what I can do, how I can delete these 2 folder which is not empty? In that case I can use rm with the r switch, and then if you need forcefully, you can type F as well and say ABC, and look at now ls is deleted, only P is left. And similarly rm dash rf forcefully and recursive means I want to delete the folder, and the folder is pa, and let me see, nothing is there anymore. So this is the way to delete. If the folder is not empty, you need to use rm command. So this was all about the folder, how to create a folder in different way. And now let's go to the file, how we can create a file is. So I'm on the desktop, I can use a touch command and I can create a file. Suppose touch, I say f1.txt. And if I say ls, look at now f1.txt has been created for you using the touch command. If you need more, then so I can use touch, and similar like that one, I can say 1 2 3 4 5 and close them. Okay, so I say touch create 1 2 3 with this number file, and ls, look at now 1 2 3 4 5, and there is f1.txt as well. So it's create for me 1 to 5 by sequence number. Similarly, at the front I can use, but before in the front I can use another way as well. I say 6 2 dot till 10. I say create from 6 to 10. 1 to 5 already created by comma. But if you need more in sequence, so rather than to type by comma, you can use 2 dot and hit enter. And if I say ls, look at now. So from 1 to 5 I create by comma, from 6 to 10 I created just 2 dot, and this way you can type 6 to 100, 2000, it will create all for you. So it's so easy to create in such way if you need in sequence. Similarly, maybe you want in the front of these, suppose start from 1 to 10, however you want in the front something, suppose file. Okay, so I say file 1, file 2, file 3. So you can do it like this way as well. If I say ls, look at file 1, file 10, file 3, file 5. So in the front of every number, there will be file, whatever you type. Like a folder, so we can do the same thing with the touch as well. And also with the dot as well. It's up to you, or the comma. Both method can be used. Not only touch command, you can do it directly like this. vi, and suppose I say f2.txt. Just open this one and it's created for you. Suppose I insert abc and let me exit and write and quit. Okay, so the file is ready, ls, and you will see that file f2 is created. So there are many other ways to create a file. It's not only the touch is not the only way. Even though touch is not specifically for to create the file, but we use for this purpose. Now coming to how to remove this file. So we can remove, okay, using the rm command, remove. And I can type suppose 1. So it will remove ls. So file 1 has been removed. Okay, previously 1 was there, it start from 10 now. Similarly, if I say ls and rm, suppose I want to delete 10, 3, 5, 7, 9, 2, 4, 6, 8 and hit enter, and ls, now you will see it's been deleted. So I say delete these file. I say use this rm command, remove these file for me. I give them the file name. The file name is in my cases are in the number, and there is as well. So if you want to delete this one, let's delete one from this one, f1.txt. Just tab and it will delete, and hit enter and ls. So there is no more file 1. So you can delete them by this way as well. Similarly, if I say rm, okay, and if I say delete each and everything here, so what I can type, suppose if I say a steric, so if I say ls, so I delete each and everything what was in my desktop. So all these files has been created by this one. Even you can specify that anything start from F, delete those things. So another way was to do it by this way as well. I can remove those things as well, even though there is nothing. So I can type touch and 1 to 10 ls, and I can type now, and it's the same thing. So if I ls, there is nothing. So this is another way, because every file start from F. I say anything start from F, delete them. RM remove. And also I told you that RM with dash L, with R, you can use to delete the folder, and RM, and you can get help anytime, which I told you, and there should be mentioned with R. If you want to use them, recursive remove directory and their content recursively. So for that purpose, then you need to use R. Okay, so this was the way how we can create file, how we can create a folder, how we can delete them, the file and folder in Linux.